Hi guys, it's Imaginator. So today what we're going to talk about is kind of the idea of reality and kind of what we percept as our reality. I think I'm slowly getting better at talking to you guys, even though probably no one's watching. I don't know. I really don't know what I'm doing anymore. Okay, so the main thing I wanted to talk about, I've been having a lot of issues kind of with memory lately. Just because of thinking of memories and thinking of how everything used to be simple. And I'm sure a lot of you feel that way too. And I totally get that because, like I said, I feel that way. Like, today I actually went with my school to my old elementary school. And I couldn't really handle it because I couldn't handle being around that because, that used to be my life and everything was okay. It's just everything was so much simpler. And even though I had these thoughts, I didn't think much of them. Even though I had really dark thoughts as a child. That was honestly, I still thought about these things as a child, in kindergarten, I mean. And just kind of remembering when I didn't think about these, I didn't think I was wrong for thinking any of these things. I didn't think I was weird. I didn't know that I was any different than anyone else. And that's what I really miss about that. And I couldn't handle it. Something else I really miss, though, is not holding myself accountable for everything. Because I definitely do that a lot, and I kind of suffer from doing that just way too much. And I always blame myself for everything. And here's the thing. I honestly really feel selfish a lot because of the fact that pretty much all my friends, they have family issues. They don't get along with their family or something has happened with their family. Some of their parents are in jail. Some of their parents left them. Some of them can't afford to some of them can't afford to eat every day. Some of them can't eat every day. Some of my friends, and it's just all my friends have it way worse than me, and I understand that. But the thing is that then is it my friend will be talking to me about how they miss their parents, or how their eating disorder is getting worse, and how they're feeling like they're not in control of their intake of food anymore, how they feel like they can't control anything anymore. And then I just look at myself and I realize I'm just lucky. And then I feel so selfish because sometimes I just wish someone would come up to me and ask me if I'm okay and ask me about what's wrong, about what happened to me. And my friends do that. I know that, and I'm lucky to have friends like that. But anytime I talk to anyone about something like this, they either treat me like there's something wrong with me, like a little animal that has a broken leg or something. And they'll talk to me like this, are you okay, Taylor? Are you sure? Are you sure? And they'll check on me, and I hate that because I hate feeling, once again, like I'm not in control. I really, really don't like that feeling, and I really don't like feeling like I'm in any way making anyone else's life more complicated, or I just hate feeling like that. Something else is that I can't handle doing things like that either, because It's like when we went to my old school today. My friend was sitting next to me on the bus, and she was literally talking to me, and she was holding back tears, I could tell. She was talking to me how she's scared because she can't feel anymore, how she's scared because of certain other things. And I couldn't handle seeing her like that. And I really can't handle seeing anyone like that. And I think that's why I have such an issue with, like, blaming myself for things. And, I'm sorry, I'm trying to figure out how to word this. And I just don't really understand how... It's like I try to help people. Like, everyone comes to me for help. Like, I try not to, this sounds horrible, but I try not to, like, help people, like, willingly, because I don't want to get hurt, and I don't want to put that pressure on myself. But then if I don't try and help them, if I notice there's something wrong with someone, then I feel like I'm a terrible person for not helping them. And I know I shouldn't feel that way, and I know that, and I understand that, but it's just like this mental thing. Here's the thing though, even my friends who are like, we're literally insane, like my little group of friends and I are literally insane. Like, we all have issues, we all have like depression or anxiety or something like that. We all have some issues, okay? But the thing is that there's only me and my other friend. I'm not going to name any names. Well, I mean, because this is anonymous. Just, but it's me and my other friend, and we're the only two people that kind of, it's like we got ourselves into this mess. Because all of our friends always ask for help from us, but we're not good at it because we can't relate to them, and then we feel bad. And here's the thing though, even with her, I don't think I can relate to her even, because of the fact that even though like my friends, I think they would understand if I told them like some of my thoughts, but I think they'd think I'm insane. And here's the thing, whenever I talk to someone, I feel like they just don't care. And that's even my friends. I just feel like they want to see me stop crying and have fun again, and then once we have fun again, it's like it's blown off. It's like no one talks about it or thinks about it anymore at any point, ever, again. And that's the last mention of it, ever. Like, there's no other mention of it ever. And it's just, oh, yesterday... so-and-so was depressed. Okay. And no one ever goes back to it. And I hate that. Now, this is going to be a longer video. Usually my videos are 10 minutes or less. But this is going to be longer because this is, believe it or not, this is all leading up to kind of like the reality like I was talking about at the beginning of the video. Just, like, have you ever had that when someone comes to you and you just don't know what to do and you try and help them and then they think you have good help, so more people come to you for help and more people come to you for help, but you don't think you've helped enough? I have that feeling all the time, and I don't know how to get rid of it, and I don't know how to stop myself from feeling like it's all my fault. And I know I shouldn't think that way, because I know, like, subconsciously, I know it's not my fault. But it's like, I mean, consciously I know it's not my fault, but subconsciously, I just have to blame myself. And it's just kind of like a sense that is uncontrollable. Like, I can't control that. It's just something that happens. Basically, how this all relates to like I said earlier, kind of like perception of reality. How do we know that that our friends, that everyone around us aren't just a ploy. I think I talked about this in one of my other videos, in one of my latest videos, but how do we know, seriously, like, think about this. You have no idea if your family, I don't know if you guys are out to get me. I don't know if literally my entire life is just full of actors. Like, literally everyone is actors. But somehow I could attach to them. Or I could attach to these characters they play. Even though it may not be them. Even though... And you guys are probably going to take this in a way as, oh, no one acts like themselves around other people. But no, I'm literally talking about, like, some Matrix stuff, guys. Like, seriously, what if everyone around you was just an actor? And they have no connection to you whatsoever. They don't care about you. They don't feel anything for you. And I don't know what that feeling is, but that's how I feel a lot of the time. I feel like right now I'm sitting in my room alone and my parents are asleep, but I still feel like someone's listening to me or watching me and they know what I'm doing. I feel like everyone knows what I'm doing right now. And everyone knows who I am, but it's like I want to believe it's not true, but I can't. I just can't. I just flat out can't. And I'm trying to think that it's all going to be okay, that I'm just being stupid, and it's like no one's actors. It's like, stop, Taylor, you need to... It's like I'm having a battle in my head between what's real, what's not, what's real, is anything real? That's the question. Is anything real? Because you personally do not know if I am real. I don't know if you're real. And we will never know because we can't see from their point of view. We can't see from anyone else's point of view, and that kind of scares me. Because how do we know what someone thinks of us? Even though everyone might tell you, oh, you're beautiful. No. How do we know what they actually think? We don't, and that's what scares me. And even if, like I said, like that actor thing is a long shot. Like, just saying, like, that everyone around us is actors, that's a long shot, like I said. But people actually acting, what you guys probably thought when I first brought this up, I feel like that's a huge possibility. Huge. Because seriously, like, your family could say, oh, they love you, but how do you know that's true? You don't know if that's true or not. Everyone say, oh, you can see it in your eyes. Oh, you can see it in their body language. No, you cannot. How do you know? What if okay. You know those studies that people do, that, like, scientists do on males and females to see, like, what body language, you know, shows that someone's interested in you, and they make these stupid quizzes and stuff, you know. How do we know that, like, all of the men that they tested on were just acting? And when you're in love with someone, how do you know they actually love you back? And when I say what is reality, just what is real? I mean, if you truly think about it, everything is just atoms. And I talked about this in one of my other videos, but if you're talking to someone and they look at you, how do you know that they're actually listening? How you don't, and that's the thing. And I feel like I'm on auto all the time, except when I'm talking like this. I feel like I'm on auto. Like, when people say think before you speak, I get so confused. And this is like a true story because when people say think before you speak, I actually think people do that because I've never thought before I've spoken. I've never heard of someone doing that. I've heard of people doing that, but I've never actually done it. And that's what makes me think just this way. And I know I shouldn't think this way, but I am, because how else am I supposed to think? If I can't see something from another person's viewpoint, how do I know they see me? How do you know that anyone actually even sees you? And that's just seeing you. That's not listening to you. That's not actually paying attention to you. That's just seeing you. How do you know? You have no idea, and you never will know. And that's what scares me. And I'm scared of a lot of things, to be honest. And I'm not scared of, like, ghosts. I'm not scared of stuff like that. I mean, I'm talking about, like, I'm scared of... Thing is, I'm scared of death. I'm not scared of death. I'm scared of what happens after death, because... I mean, everyone thinks, oh, you know, your loved ones will miss you. But will they really? Like, what if life is just you? Like, no one else has a life, it's just you, and you've just been playing this out. What if this... I know this is like... This sounds like freaking Bohemian Rhapsody, but seriously though, what if this is like if this is not the real life? Like, what if this is after you died? What if you already died and you just don't remember? What if you have already died? Like, what? What if you've died once, maybe even twice, maybe many times in a row, but you don't remember? But you don't remember at all. That's kind of like what I think of dreams. I think dreams are actually a little bit kind of like a flashback from your other life, except in your body, like in your mindset. So it's like, it's almost like someone's playing a trick on you, and we will never know who is playing a trick on you. Or it's almost like there's a ventriloquist, and you're the puppet, but you never know you're the puppet. You will never know. It's almost like how characters in a video game, okay? You know how they say, like, the fourth wall and everything. It's almost like that, but, like, think of that if... Okay, so I think when we think this way, we almost break, quote-unquote, the fourth wall. Because what if we actually do break a wall? Like, what if we are actually breaking through with something, but we'll never know? And what if this is just like, what if we're all just stuck in this dome? What if we're all just stuck in this cycle that will never ever end? And it's like you're stuck in a body, and you can't get out of it, and you can't do anything. You cannot do anything anymore. And it's like you're in a cycle, and you can't stop, and it just repeats and repeats and repeats. There's no point at all. And then you think death's the only way out, but then after death, it just repeats the cycle. What? It's an insane thing that I don't know if anyone else thinks about, but I think about it a lot, because what happens? What seriously happens? Nobody knows, and nobody ever will know. I'm running out of time. It's getting late. I'm gonna try and sleep. If not, I'm probably gonna do another one of these tonight. It's 11:25 p.m. and this is Imaginator signing out for tonight. It's May 25th, 2018. Have a nice night, guys. And signing out.